Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to share a chapter of my life, one that started in quite an unexpected way. 2 years ago, I didn't walk into a school. I walked into a factory. Students here move like synchronized machines. Same pace, same rules, same expectation. As if the goal wasn't to help us grow, but to make us identical. In writing class, I wanted to describe the world in my own words, but I kept hearing, be less creative, follow the format. In science, I wanted to ask why, but all that mattered was whether a so-called A, B, C, or D. Test, homework, ranking, the whole thing felt like pressure instead of motivation. And slowly, every day, I felt myself shrinking. That was when my mom asked me a question that was more impactful than any exam ever was. What kind of learning do you want to pursue? That question opened a whole new door. We started exploring homeschooling, self-directed learning, freedom with responsibility. My mom wanted me to grow. My dad wanted me to stay in a traditional structure. 2 different viewpoints, 1 difficult family decision. Arguments happened, walls grew, and eventually, my parents divorced. At the time, I thought, did this all happen because of me? Did choosing my education break my family? The guilt stayed with me longer than I want to admit. But after we moved to Vũng Tàu, something changed. Studying suddenly feel like breathing again. No rushing, no memorizing just to forget them later. No pressure to fit in. For the first time, I had the freedom to explore who I was and who I wanted to become. But freedom came with a price. Loneliness. At 13, you need connection, not textbooks. Friends were online, not beside me. Some days, I would wonder whether I chose independence or isolation. There were arguments with my mom, slapped doors, silent dinners, all the classic teenage drama. But no matter what, she kept showing up with patience and love. And slowly, I rebuilt my world. I joined a karate club and football club, not just to train, but to find people who share the same energy and passion. I worked part-time as a barista and an English tutor, not just to earn money, but to find people who share the same energy and passion. Bit by bit, I grew into someone I never expected. Today, I'm proud to say that I've achieved C1 English level English proficiency, HSK2 in Chinese, and GLPT N3 in Japanese. I've also developed deep interest in psychology because understanding people genuinely matters to me. Building on my experiences, I began seeing learning not as something personal, but something that could be shared. Because I've learned languages independently, I noticed a recurring patterns around me. Many are interested in Japanese and English, yet felt overwhelmed by the formal class or discouraged by the rigid structures. So next year, I plan to start a small Japanese learning group, not as a formal school, but as a small group where beginners can learn through conversation, guidance, and persistent practice. So if that experience proves meaningful, the year after, I hope to expand my idea into a tour guide club, combining language skill and in authentic settings. It would allow learners to practice Japanese and English while also learning responsibility, teamwork, and confidence in public interactions. But the most meaningful turn in my journey was that my dad, the one who disagreed with homeschooling the most, now supports me. Not because homeschooling is beneficial, but because he sees the person I'm becoming. It made me realize one thing. A family isn't broken when it changes. It only breaks when love disappears. And in mine, love never disappeared. So there's one thing I've learned. It's this. Education isn't about fitting yourself into someone else's system, especially if you have passion, courage, and the effort to change your own path. Homeschooling won't make you perfect. It won't protect you from struggle, failure, or self-doubt. But it will help you to understand yourself and the path that you're walking on. Thank you for listening.